Do you want to run faster than ever? Break your own limits? Feel your body reaching its maximum potential? What you're about to discover today is not just a simple trick or any ordinary tip. This is the technique used by the fastest runners on the planet to leave all their rivals behind. A method so brutal, so effective, that if you apply it correctly, your legs will turn into true weapons of speed. But be careful, this is not a workout for just anyone. It's intense, demanding, and yes, it will make you suffer. Are you ready to learn the secret that separates ordinary runners from those who truly fly? Imagine being in the middle of a race, on the verge of breaking your personal record. Your breathing is rapid, your heart pounds like a war drum, and every step is a battle against exhaustion. You're at the limit, standing at the edge between giving up or reaching a new level of speed. That limit has a name: Zone 5. Zone 5 is the point where your body works at full capacity. Here, your heart rate is between 90% and 100% of its total capacity. Your breathing becomes labored, your muscles burn, and you feel like you can't sustain the effort for long. And precisely because of this, it's the place where the fastest runners in the world become unstoppable. Why is Zone 5 so powerful? Because this is where your body is forced to truly improve. It's not a comfortable zone. It's not a zone you can stay in for long. But when you train in it, your speed, endurance, and lung capacity rise to another level. Your heart strengthens and pumps more blood in less time, improving performance at all intensities. Your body learns to use oxygen more efficiently, allowing you to sustain high speeds with less effort. Your legs get used to extreme fatigue, making running at lower paces feel easy. There's no room for comfort here. It's a short but intense workout. It hurts. It burns. But when you go back to running at a normal pace, suddenly, everything feels easier. Elite runners know this. Those who master Zone 5 master speed. And you? Are you still running with the brakes on? Now that you know Zone 5 is the secret weapon of the fastest runners, the big question is, how do you train it without destroying yourself in the process? Because yes, this workout is brutal. If you do it wrong, you'll burn out. But if you do it right, in just a few weeks, you could be running faster than ever. 1. The key: short and intense intervals. To enter Zone 5, you need maximum effort in a short amount of time. Long runs and comfortable paces won't get you there. The most effective workouts are short, explosive intervals. Here are some real examples that work. 5 sets of 800 meters at max effort, with 2 minutes of recovery between each. 8 reps of 400 meters at full speed, resting 90 seconds. 12 reps of 200 meters all out, with just 1 minute of recovery. These workouts are short but intense. It's not about enduring. It's about giving everything you've got. 2. Warm up well, or you'll regret it. You can't go from 0 to 100 in a second. If you don't warm up properly, you will get injured. Before starting, jog lightly for 10 to 15 minutes. Then, activate your muscles with mobility drills, high knees, lunges, and strides. Your body needs to be ready for battle. 3. Don't try to do it every day. Many runners make this mistake. They try to train in Zone 5 every day. Wrong. This type of training is powerful, but also requires proper recovery. The ideal frequency is just once or twice per week. More than that, and you'll start feeling slow, exhausted, and you might even get injured. 4. How do you know if you're in Zone 5? Zone 5 is not a comfortable feeling. If you can talk while running, you're not in Zone 5. The signs that you've entered this zone are rapid, uncontrolled breathing, burning sensation in your legs, maximum effort. You feel like you can only maintain this pace for a few minutes. If you stay in Zone 5 long enough during each interval, I guarantee your speed will explode in just a few weeks. Ready for the next level? If you apply these workouts correctly, you'll soon notice that your usual paces feel easier. Your legs will become more resilient, and your body will learn to handle fatigue better than ever. Now comes the most interesting part. What happens in your body when you train in Zone 5? We're not talking about small improvements. We're talking about real transformations in your speed, endurance, and ability to suffer. If you train correctly in Zone 5, the changes you'll notice in a few weeks will be brutal. 1. extreme increase in your aerobic capacity and oxygen utilization. Training in Zone 5 expands your internal engine. It forces your body to use oxygen more efficiently, meaning each stride will require less effort. Think about it. When you go back to running at lower speeds, it will feel like you're floating. Your body adapts and becomes more efficient, making your usual paces feel effortless. 2. Explosive speed. You get used to running faster. If you train in Zone 5 frequently, your body starts to adapt to extreme speeds. What once seemed impossible now feels natural. Your legs learn to move faster, your stride becomes more powerful, and your resistance to extreme effort improves drastically. The result, when you race or do easier workouts, you'll feel faster without extra effort. 3. Greater resistance to pain and fatigue. Zone 5 doesn't just train your body, it trains your mind. Running in this zone is uncomfortable. Your body screams at you to stop. But every time you push through, your pain threshold rises. The result? When you face the final kilometers of a race or a tough workout, your brain will already know how to handle it and keep going. Great runners aren't just faster, they're also more resistant to suffering. 4. Brutal improvement in recovery. It might sound contradictory, but training in Zone 5 also helps you recover faster after workouts. Why? Your heart becomes more efficient. Your muscles process lactate faster. Your body learns to use its energy reserves better. This means that after training hard, you'll feel fresh sooner and be able to train better on the following days. 5. Mental adaptation, turning fatigue into your ally. This type of training constantly forces you out of your comfort zone. Every time you do an interval in Zone 5, you are training your mind not to give up when your body wants to stop. Running fast is both physical and mental. If you master Zone 5, you will become a stronger, more aggressive runner in competition. And here comes the key question. Are you training in Zone 5 the right way? Or are you making mistakes that are holding you back? Training in Zone 5 can make you faster than ever, or it can completely destroy you if done wrong. Many people train in this zone, but they make mistakes that prevent them from improving, or worse, they end up injured and lose weeks of training. If you don't want to waste your effort, avoid these 3 fatal mistakes. 1. Doing too much Zone 5 training. More is not always better. If you train in Zone 5 every day, you will burn out. This type of training is brutal. It demands a lot from your body and requires recovery time. If you do it too often in a week, instead of improving, you will end up slower, more exhausted, and at a higher risk of injury. The ideal frequency is just once or twice per week. That's enough to see improvements without breaking yourself. 2. Not respecting rest between intervals. Zone 5 is not endurance training. It's speed and power training. If you rest too little, you won't be able to maintain the right intensity in each repetition, and the workout will lose its effectiveness. Common mistake: doing the intervals too close together without recovering properly. Solution: make sure to rest enough so that each repetition is of high quality. For example, if you do 400-meter intervals, rest at least 90 seconds. If you do 800-meter intervals, rest at least 2 minutes. 3. Not warming up enough. Zone 5 is the most intense thing you can do. If you start without properly preparing your body, you're setting yourself up for an injury. Warming up properly is mandatory. Start with 10 to 15 minutes of light jogging. Do mobility exercises, high knees, and strides to activate your muscles. Make sure your body is ready before going all out. If you ignore this step, sooner or later, you will get injured. If you avoid these mistakes and train properly in Zone 5, you could see brutal improvements in just 4 weeks. Let's break it down. If you train in Zone 5 correctly, in just a month, you could notice huge improvements in your performance. We're not talking about subtle changes. We're talking about results that you will feel in every workout and every race. Week 1. Facing the pain. The first Zone 5 workouts will hurt. I won't lie to you. You will feel like your body is not ready for this level of effort. But that's normal. Your body is adapting to a brutal new stimulus. The key: don't give up. If you push through this phase, results will come very quickly. Week 2. first changes appear. This is where the magic starts to happen. You will recover faster between intervals. You will notice that you can sustain the effort a little longer. Your legs will feel stronger and more explosive. Your body is starting to become more efficient, which translates into a greater sense of power in every stride. Week 3. Running faster without realizing it. This is the point where your natural speed starts to change. Your normal paces now feel easier. Your intervals are faster without you even noticing. Your recovery between workouts improves. This is when you start thinking, this is really working. Week 4. Feeling unstoppable. In just 4 weeks, if you've trained properly in Zone 5, you will notice a radical change in your performance. Your lung capacity will have improved. Your pain threshold will be much higher. Your legs will be more resistant to fatigue. And most importantly, now you can run faster with less effort. The secret lies in Zone 5. If you train it correctly, you will become a much stronger runner. But Zone 5 training is a double-edged sword. If done wrong, it can backfire. The key is balance. This type of training is so demanding that your body needs time to recover and adapt. If you are new to Zone 5, do it once per week to get used to the intensity. If you are experienced, you can do it twice per week, always leaving rest days or easy workouts between sessions. More than twice per week is too much. You could overload your body, increase injury risk, and reduce the positive impact of training. Zone 5 is like a secret weapon. Use it well, and it will make you fly in your races. Use it wrong, and it will take you out of the game. Now you know the truth. Zone 5 is the weapon the fastest runners in the world use to leave their rivals behind. But here comes the key question. Are you going to just keep the theory, or are you going to hit the road and try it for yourself? If you truly want to improve, there are no excuses. The next time you train, add a Zone 5 session and feel your own legs explode with speed. Run fast, run strong. And remember, the best runners aren't born, they are trained. Tell me in the comments. Have you tried training in Zone 5? How did it go? If you want more content on how to improve your speed, subscribe and turn on notifications. See you in the next video.